Well, she's all grown up now. Please welcome Keshia Knight Pulliam and playwright and producer Jacarius Johnson. Good morning. There are some people who become actors, and there are others who seem like they're born into it.
Yeah.
That's just you, wasn't that just you?
It's just me. Clearly, it's just one of my many talents that I was put here to do. I've literally been in the business since I was 9 months old. Was my first job.
Wow.
So yeah.
Never thought about doing anything else?
You know, I went to college. I'm a graduate of Spelman College. Thank you. And I have many interests. Like I'm an entrepreneur at heart.
Yeah.
I have my Keshia's Kitchen spice line, and I have my fund that I just started with a soror of mine. It's a $5 million. Hey, soror. Yeah. It's a $5 million investment fund, a VC fund.
Yeah.
We're investing in women of color businesses.
Yeah.
So you know, one thing I don't believe in a box. You have to follow your passion. The money will come.
Yeah. All right. So when you got nominated for an Emmy, did you even know what that was at the time?
You know,
and how old were you at that time?
Oh, I believe I was 6.
Gosh.
And yes, I remember going. I remember what my dress looked like. I remember going with the cast, and you know, because when you're little, like I was my same self,
Yeah.
just in a little body.
Yeah.
Kind of like my daughter is now. I remember just being like, well, I don't want to always be picked up. I want to stand up by myself, but I was this big.
Yeah.
So in pictures,
You're missing the pictures.
right?
Yeah.
They had to pick me up so they could see me too. But yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. Okay, well, you've done a number of other things. Obviously, Miranda, and then Tyler Perry's House of Pain.
And we've been brought
Yeah.
back for 25 more episodes.
So you spent a lot of time in the sitcom realm. You, Jacarius, when you look at your real life, it was drama, full-on drama.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, share with us kind of how you grew up and how that fits into what you love to do, and that's tell stories.
Well, I grew up with a single mom, so I love to tell stories that empower and resonate with women. As a result of it, I felt like my mom was along the way trying to find a love that eluded her, so she imparted in me and raising me to be the type of man she could never find.
Yeah.
So I write a lot of romantic comedies and different things about that, things that not only celebrate but understand how men are supposed to treat women.
Yeah. Oh,
And
we
so
like
that's
you.
been-
Yeah, right before Valentine's, we like you. Don't we? Yeah. You also dealt with a learning disability, and it's interesting because you were labeled as the underachiever when really you overachieved. NAACP 2007 Trailblazer Award, 4-time national champion playwright. You're known for a lot of cool things.
Including, I got a full scholarship to college, which I went to the University of Houston. And because we didn't have because we didn't have a lot of money, I qualified for financial aid, and I got a student loan. And the student loan is actually what paid for my business. I started my business in college.
Yeah.
So by my senior year, I had actually made a significant amount of money and paid my student loan off before even.
And I got to tell you, it was funny. So when I first met Jacarius, it was, gosh, that was probably almost 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and they were like, oh yeah, you were telling me all the things that you were going to do and the plays and things, and I was like, okay. And I was like, and sure enough, you would come back and go, and here we are, right? And here we are with another one right
Absolutely.
here. So tell us about what spoke to you in this project.
Well, Set It Off Live. I hope if you haven't gotten your tickets, please come out. It's an amazing show. The Brat and Drew and Little Mo, and we've really worked very hard on this. And of course, you know the movie Set It Off. And I feel like we do a pretty good job.
Awesome.
You know, paying homage to that, not trying to replace that by any means. It has its own place in history.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is something, come, enjoy. What I love about entertainment and about plays, you come and for that moment, you're just transported to another place. You get to be there, live out the experience and the emotions with us on stage. It's a great date play for Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, and with a good play, it doesn't stay on stage. It has legs, right?
Absolutely.
And people discuss it later. What is the underlying message you want people to get from this? And of course, the message is interpreted in many ways because part of it's what we bring to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think for me, the underlying message is a bond of women who are basically taking charge of their own life. And sometimes I think we wake up and life can be redundant, and life is about us taking charges for our dreams and hopes and whatever it is that we desire in life.
Yeah.
And so that film actually embodied that. So that's what excited me about wanting to do that particular one.
Yeah. And for you, Keshia?
Of course, I love stories that deal with strong women. And these women are complicated. They
And
are
strong doesn't have to be mean and self-defensive,
no.
right?
Strong isn't that at all. Strong is, as women, we are caregivers, but yet we take on the weight of the world and all those around us. So these women, in their own way, are each dealing with certain situations that bring them together.
Yeah.
Granted, they do something kind of illegal, but it also gives you,
Now, granted, they do some stuff that you probably shouldn't do. Don't try this at home.
Don't try it at home. But what it does is it gives you the backstory and the understanding of how these women get to this place. And I feel that these emotions of helplessness, of despair, of not knowing another way out, of just lonely, of so many different things, of anger, are things that we all, experience. But then culminating with joy and with acceptance and with sisterhood, I think that no matter who you are, you're going to be able to feel these characters, and their stories and arcs will resonate with you.
And you say loneliness, anger, fear, all those types of things, it's being carried out on the stage are also one of the things that theater does for people, right? And we always get asked all the time, hey, my child is really good at this. How do I get him into this? I'm sure you're asked that too.
All the time.
Keisha, listen, my baby, he is so good. And I know you're going to want him in your next play, Jakarius. But, and I think sometimes we forget, people want their child, or they want to be at the end goal, as opposed to understanding what it takes to get there, and that's the joy and fulfillment. And you're different because you were born into it, 9 months old, and you were already doing it.
But it's still a journey.
Yeah.
And I always say, happiness is a journey. You have to embrace the journey. And we're living in this world of, Instagram and all of this Insta stuff, but we don't understand. I always tell, I have my nonprofit, I tell my girls, I'm like, everyone wants to share their highlight reel, but it's about sharing the journey, because that's where the growth and the life and the joy and all of that happens.
Yeah. How did you keep things in perspective as a child growing up in the business? We always hear about how the child stars have a hard time transitioning, when they get a little bit older, and they're not that cute little spunky thing that they were before, but they become adults, right? How did your family help you keep that in perspective?
I have a real family. My parents.
Your name is not Rudy.
My name is No, when I say that to mean, it's not a stage family. I come from a real black household.
Yeah.
Where you got spankings growing up. Nowadays that's taboo, but we had chores and we had responsibilities, but the biggest thing is that my parents instilled in me that it was about who you are on the inside, and it's about what you do to continue to pay it forward, and ensuring that you treat people the way you desire to be treated. So my worth as a human being was never placed on what role or what job or what character or what opportunity or what paycheck was coming next.
Yeah, we had Felicia Rashad. We interviewed her a few weeks ago with Tyler Perry, and she grew up here in Houston, and I had asked her, how she got into this, and she said, I never thought I ever could have, because I didn't think I was pretty. She goes, I really didn't, and then I got up on the stage and I saw the light, and it's like, 3, 2, 1, go. And then she realized that beauty was not defined by someone from the outside in, it's from the inside out.
And even with my pedigree and with starting with, Felicia and Bill Cosby, all of these people, and the people who came through the set of the Cosby Show.
Oh, every star that was
Dizzy Gillespie to Sammy Davis Jr. to Lena Horne to Angela Bassett. Now, so many people. I had a very unique experience, and on that set, the importance of education, the importance of philanthropy, of activism was very, very transparent, and it was a lot of synergy with all of those things and imparting in all of us who were a part of it.
Yeah, all right. And by the way, if you haven't seen that Tyler Perry, that movie, okay, Mrs. Huxtable was killing people in the movie. We're like, no, stop that. You can't do that. Sometimes what happens is we get to know you in this one role, because how many times do people call you Rudy?
Well, it's funny though, I get Rudy, I think the funniest I got was, oh my goodness, I think he said Miranda Huxtable. I was like,
combining things. Yeah. But you had that advantage of actually being able to grow into other parts. Yeah. So, all right, and Jakarius, whenever you just decide that you want to book somebody for a play, it's like you can call anybody and they say yes to you. It's like, I think I'm looking forward for a Passion Plays and I'll call up Jesus and say, Jesus, can you play the lead role? And he'd go, well, is this Jakarius? Of course I can. But thank you for bringing us such insightful and such great plays, and thank you for coming to town.